Telling your story is an inclusive view of the people around us who share the same dreams and goals but face different challenges moving forward. We hope you come away from each show inspired. Keep watching for this episode of Telling Your Story with Terrel and Nick, coming up next. Hello and welcome to Telling Your Story with Terrel and Nick. I'm Nick.
Yes, I'm Terrel.
And we are your co-hosts. We have a very exciting and very different format for you today. We are interviewing the co-founders of Talk Yoga.
No, we don't. No, we won't. No, we don't.
No, we really are.
We are?
Yeah, they're here in the house.
Wow,
I know.
Amazing.
Amy Roberts
Yes.
and Kim Hughes are both here, two women business owners here in Montgomery County and the co-founders of the awesome Talk Yoga. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
We are super psyched that you guys are here.
Thank you.
Yes, can you tell us what Talk Yoga is all about? I want to know
Yes.
about it.
We would love to tell you what Talk Yoga is all about. So it has two words, right? Talk Yoga.
Right?
So Kim and I are both speech language pathologists.
Okay.
So we work a lot with people helping them talk.
That's in school, teaching people learning how to speak clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a speech society in school.
Really?
Yeah.
In
Right.
school?
Yeah, for real.
So you know what we're talking about.
Her name is Mrs. Starr,
Cool.
and then and then I have one more, but after she left.
How cool.
Yeah.
I bet they loved working with you.
Yeah, they did, and I love working with them.
That's
We
so
were
awesome.
we had a lot of fun.
I bet you had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun because we love speech language pathology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we love yoga. So
Yeah.
that's the other part of the word,
Right.
or the talk yoga. We both
So,
are yogis.
so yoga is exercising, different kind of exercising. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yoga is a special form of movement. So
Alright.
you're moving your body in really awesome ways.
Okay.
And it is so important because it activates parts of your brain as well.
Right.
And that is why we've combined talking with yoga.
Okay, that sounds good.
It sounds good to you?
Yeah.
Because when you're moving, it helps you talk more.
Yeah, it's I'm so used to being exercising because I'm a athlete in Special Olympics, and that's where I work, Special Olympics International. That means every place we have. We have different kinds of Special Olympics stations and all that.
Cool.
That means this station. Well, you understand, right?
Yeah,
right?
we
Is
get
there
it.
yoga at the Special Olympics? There should be.
Yeah, we had it, but we had to pay a lot of money, so we canceled it.
Oh, darn. Well,
But we had it.
well, that's good.
So that's good. You're moving in the right
That's
direction.
Yes.
Ladies,
Yes.
can you share with Terrel and I, where did your stories begin? How did you find yourselves, or did you find yourselves called to speech pathology? How did you end up as speech therapists? And then how did you create Talk Yoga, find each other? We love to hear people's stories and how they landed to the amazing places that they're at.
Thanks for asking. So I had a first career in journalism, public relations, but I was working with kids who had difficulty with reading. It was an adopt-a-school program in DC, and I just really felt like I wasn't in the right career anymore. So as I applied for grad school, I realized I used to be a speech pathologist when my brother was little, and I helped him. And I wrote my application about that. And so it all came back to me, like that's what I think I was really meant to be.
It's wonderful that you found that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I had, when I was, how old was I? 15, I think.
Right.
My grandmother was living with our family.
Okay.
And at the time, she was 90 years old. So she was older.
Right.
And she had a stroke, which sometimes happens, and
Yeah.
it affected her ability to talk.
Okay.
And so we would have therapists that would come into our house, and I would sit with my grandma while the speech therapist was there. And I just remember thinking, this is really cool. I wonder if
Right.
this is something I could do.
Yeah.
And I grabbed my sister's college catalog, which was a big book that had all of the classes listed.
Wow.
Now
I know.
everything's online, but
Right.
that many years ago. And I looked and found a major in communication disorders, and I thought,
Right.
this is cool. And then it led into speech therapy. So
Okay.
I have my grandma to thank that she helped me learn about this field, and it's been so rewarding. And I was able to meet Kim because in our field, right when you graduate from graduate school, you have to do a
Right.
year of training, kind of.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Kim was my mentor. She was my trainer, and she
Right.
helped.
Oh.
She taught me everything I need to know about speech
Okay,
therapy.
okay.
Wow.
That
Yeah, now
sounds
you're
good.
teaching me everything I need to know.
Thanks.
So we really were so lucky to find each other working at the School for Children with Special Needs. And we, at the same time, were just loving yoga, and we really wanted to find a way to combine the work we were doing in speech and language with the yoga. So we started many years ago trying it out, piloting it, and then we just kept going. We took a little break because we were having kids, and you moved away, and then when you came back, we just kind of found it again.
Yeah,
We're called to it, right?
We totally were, because I think we were both called to the practice of yoga.
Right.
It's a very grounding practice.
Yeah.
And when there's a lot of craziness and distractions in your life,
Right.
something like exercise
Yeah.
or whatever it might be can help you find peace and calm. And
Right.
Kim and I have found that through yoga.
Yeah.
And we wanted to combine what we both love, our love of yoga and our work.
Right.
So I became a trained yoga teacher, and Kim got trained to teach kids. And we started meeting in my basement when my little daughter was napping. She was asleep, so we had like 2 hours to work. And we started talking about how can we pair talking with these cool movements that we're doing in yoga.
Right.
So that's how it happened, and we started writing things out and
Creating together. It was just
Wow,
so much fun. And we
great.
still have fun every time
Wow.
we make something new, like
do.
yesterday.
It's like scripts.
It is. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
We do the same thing.
Yeah.
But we put it on paper. Maybe you do
We
it
have
different.
lesson plans.
we put a lot of things on
do.
paper
Yeah.
because we can't remember.
Oh.
We can't either.
So
Yeah, we
we
can't either.
we have to
either.
write it all
Yeah.
down.
But it's
That's
all
it.
creative, and it's all something that helps us grow and expand as people, whether we're on stage or on a yoga mat.
Yeah.
Right?
that
It's something
too.
that we take out into the world, all the things that we're learning.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about, there's so much research on the brain and the body connection. And I know that you've seen that in your work. Can you talk a little bit about that? How is the speaking piece connected to the movement piece?
Do you want to speak to that, or do you want me to?
So there's so much research, and I think we might look at it differently. Like I think what I see is like if the body is calm, and those parts of the brain are available for learning, then the speech and language will come more easily. But we've also seen like when people are moving, kids are moving, that it just brings language. It's really miraculous, yeah.
It is. We've both had experiences with some of the people that we've worked with, mostly kids, but also adults, because I work with some adults as well, that when you get them on a mat or you get them away from a table, where they're sitting at a table working with a therapist and everything's kind of structured and not very fun,
Right.
not very natural.
Right.
Yeah.
So you move them away from that and start moving and playing and having fun, and suddenly they're able to speak more spontaneously.
All right.
Because they're enjoying themselves and things are a little more real.
That's great.
Okay,
And
that makes sense.
Can you talk about, so you work with kids and you're expanding your business, you're going to be working with adults as well and getting into working with seniors. Can you talk a little bit about, I know that Talk Yoga will help with expressive language, with receptive language, with social skills.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about the benefits of Talk Yoga?
So many benefits.
know.
You
We
just
could go
named
on
so
and
many
on.
of them. So vocabulary, syntax, so like grammar,
Right.
the social skills, listening, following directions.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
That's a big one for us because a lot of times we work with kids that have a hard time processing
Right.
and following directions.
Yes,
So
okay.
we'll teach them a sequence of yoga movements, and
Right.
because their body's moving, they have an additional source of input.
Right.
They're moving, they're narrating, like explaining what they're doing, and that
Yeah.
helps them remember it.
Oh, that's
So
that's
really
great.
does,
That's,
yeah.
that's secret. That
You know
is-
what that's
great.
That's like when we're on stage and we're learning our lines.
Right.
And then we add, in theater we call it blocking,
Blocking.
movement.
Yes,
blocking.
yes.
And I always tell
It's the
you,
same
I,
thing as
yes,
blocking. Yeah, it's
the
same thing as
memorizing
blocking.
really gets embedded in our brain and our body when we add that blocking. Then we
Yes,
can really
that's
learn those
true.
lines.
You're right about that.
And choreography, singing and dancing, it's the exact same thing. So it makes
Yes.
total sense.
So
If you
your
talk
business
yoga.
is the same thing as our business.
It
We are
is.
both actors.
It
Yes.
sounds very
It's the
similar.
same part of the brain.
Right, it's the same part of the brain.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Wow.
It's pretty great. It's pretty incredible.
And you have a beautiful studio that you're working in Kensington. That's one place a person
Yes.
could come and take classes. Can you share the name of the studio?
Yeah, so we've offered trainings at Namaste Studio in Kensington.
In downtown Kensington. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, because we do like to share this with other professionals because we want other professionals to be using this.
And they can get CEUs, so you could be a
Yes.
social worker, a special education instructor, or a teacher, a yoga teacher, could come and expand their experience, their
Yes.
knowledge of the work
Yes.
by studying with you. And you now have online trainings, which
Online
is awesome.
training,
Yes.
Just
So-
launched that.
Anywhere around
Amazing.
the world.
Right, so anybody, anywhere can learn.
Wow.
So Talk Yoga will take over the world.
That is our plan.
So we will be taking a break. We're going to be right back, but we have a special treat. Terrell and I are going to become Talk Yoga students. So if you would like to watch us from your home, all you need is a chair and your heart and the willingness to try some Talk Yoga.
Come and do it. Why don't you?
We'll be right back. Don't go away. You are not going to want to miss this.
Yes.
All right.
Coming here and having a group like this where she just fits in perfectly, where we're accepted, we belong, we're the community.
It's just a chance for us to really coach these kids and challenge them, but at the same time motivate them, support them, and encourage them to be better soccer players.
My neighbor is actually one of the athletes who participates in this, and I was babysitting him and I was playing soccer with him, and his dad told me about this program and I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Watching this inspirational group of athletes smile and have fun and get to shine as individuals has just been wonderful. As a parent of one of the buddies, it's been a real pleasure to come out here and see this develop.
It's really changed her life. I mean, she's very happy, and she feels like she's a part of the team and very special.
And every single time I come, the athletes put a smile on my face.
Just being a coach, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? To help these kids and to be a part of their life.
The way you see the players interact with each other, interact with us, this is making a big difference in their life, and it's making a big difference in my life too.
Welcome back to Telling Your Story with Terrell and Nick. I'm Nick.
I'm Terrell.
And we have Amy and Kim, co-founders of Talk Yoga. We are talking about how amazing it is to come and get certified in your program. And I know in doing my own research for this job, but also for my own yogi research. As a yogi myself, I took the training. And I have to say, it is one of the best trainings I have ever done. So thank you
so
for
much.
that. It's really
so much.
inspired me, not only as a professional, but just in really deepening my yoga practice. So I think that there are many, many advantages for folks to really look at talk yoga and how it could really touch them. Can you talk a little bit more about where we can do that, how we can do that, and whom may be coming to take a certification?
Of course, yes.
Wow, so many options.
Right.
So we would love for, like you said, everyone to be trained in talk yoga. So speech pathologists, occupational therapists.
Perfect.
Physical
PTs.
therapists, social workers. You had mentioned that. That's a new business idea
would be
for us.
great.
Thank you. Preschool
Wow.
teachers,
I
right?
know, thank you.
Yep, preschool teachers.
Yes,
teachers,
that's true.
Early elementary.
Sure.
Parents even. Like we welcome
Yeah.
anybody who might want to enrich their child's life with something like yoga that's unique, right? Because we don't always talk when we're doing yoga, but this is a totally different approach. So we find when we work with parents that are having trouble helping their children develop their language, this would be a great way to help them learn how to speak to their children, learn how to help elicit language from their children. So
That's awesome.
parents are on that list.
And I remember during the training you had some wonderful videos, so there really is some amazing evidence that's showing the growth in the communication confidence of the kids that you're working with, and I know for adults as well, and
Yeah.
for seniors, as you mentioned about your grandmother,
Right.
that this can really help people in so many ways, both physically and then also with speech. So I think that your ability to kind of bring it out into the world is sort of limitless, really. What do
Yeah,
you
that's
think?
true. I got a text from you on the messenger, and then I said when you said talk yoga, and I said, what is talk yoga? It's all about. And I checked the website and all that, and then they told me a lot of different words and all that. I have no idea what they are talking about. So can you fill us in?
Well, can we try a demo? I think
A demo.
a demo.
That sounds good.
Right?
Yes.
All right, so
Fun. Yeah,
we'll
that
share
would
with
be
our
fun.
audience if they are open to this. You can watch, or you can watch it one time through and then watch it again. But we would like to, one of the best ways to learn about something is to simply do it.
Exactly.
So we are ready. T, you ready?
Yes,
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Kind of scoot up on the edge of your chair because we're going to move and we're going to talk.
All right.
All right? So as we're moving and talking, I'll tell you what to say and then you repeat it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with nose rolls. So we're circling our nose to the right and we're saying, I am focusing.
I
am
am focusing.
focusing.
Good. Let's go the other way. I
am
am
focusing.
focusing. Very nice. Now we'll roll our whole neck around. I am
I am
focused.
focusing.
I
am
am
focused.
focused.
Good. Let's go the other way. I am
am focused.
focused.
I am focused.
Very good. Now we're going to use our shoulders and they're going to go up and down. I am strengthening.
I
am
am
strengthening.
strengthening.
Good. I am strengthening.
I am
strengthening.
strengthening.
Very good. You are wonderful students.
Feels so good.
Thank
Doesn't that
you.
feel great? Okay, now we're going to go forward and we're going to say, I am strong.
I
am
am
strong.
strong.
Now arch back. I am strong.
I
am
Let's
strong.
do it one more time. I am strong.
I am strong.
I am strong.
I am strong.
Good. We're going to do yoga high fives.
All right.
Let's use our left hand first, and we're going to cross this way. Good. Then we're going to go the other way and say, I am balancing.
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 Good job. One more time. I am
I am
balancing.
Balancing.
I am
I am
balancing.
balancing.
Good. Let's cross our elbows, and we'll say, I am balanced.
I am balanced.
I am balanced.
Good. Let's go the other way. I am
I am
balanced.
balanced.
I
I
am
am
balanced.
Very nice. Okay, now we're going to reach our left arm up high and we're going to go to the side. We're stretching here on the side. We're going to say, I am
I
grounding.
am grounding.
I am grounding.
I am grounding.
I am grounding.
Grounding.
Good. I am grounded.
I am grounded.
Good job. One more to the other side. I am
I
grounded.
am
I
grounded.
am grounded.
Very good. All right, remember this. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Switch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yoga punches. Breathe in. Or yoga high fives, sorry. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good. Let's do cat-cow. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's let's lift our shoulders actually. Breathe in. Roll your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go the other way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nose rolls. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other way. Breathe in. Breathe out. There you go.
How do you guys feel?
Feel
I feel
good.
great. How do you feel?
Good.
Isn't it nice?
It's
Yes.
wonderful. And this is something,
It is
so
nice.
we did ours in a chair.
Yeah.
So someone in a wheelchair or someone who is just not able to have that lower body mobility is really still able to benefit 100% truly from the work.
The oxygen, the
Yeah.
oxygenation is so important for everybody's brains, especially if you're seated a lot and you don't have the chance to get up and get your blood flowing. This really does, doesn't it? And don't you feel more alert?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
kind
I
of
do.
like active and ready to
Yeah.
like engage. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That is
why
good.
we do talk yoga.
That's why we
Wow.
do it. Gets you ready
That
to
sounds
learn.
great.
Can you talk about, speaking of learning, I know you've got these amazing cards that have different letters on them, and often that is taught on a mat with kids. Can also be for grown-ups as well, but can you talk a little bit about how that works? Because I thought it was extraordinary.
Amy developed them, so I want her to
thanks,
have the opportunity to explain them. They're really, really clever.
I would love to explain them. So they're called our articulation pose cards. So a lot of work that speech pathologists do is to help kids or adults learn how to
Right.
say certain sounds, right?
Yes.
So I kind of was thinking, all right, so how can we make yoga poses connect with these sounds that we're making inside of our mouth? Because when you're making a sound in your mouth, you're using your tongue, maybe
Right.
your lips, your
Yeah.
breath. There's a lot working there.
Right.
So I created these poses, and what's happening with your gross motor, so the larger parts of your body, is mimicking what's going on inside of your mouth.
Right.
So for example, if you were going to make a sound like k, that's made in the back of your mouth.
Right.
So for that pose, you're lying on your back because
Alright.
gravity helps your tongue fall back to the back of
So
your mouth.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel that?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
literally, so all of those cards really made so much sense to me when you had that as part of the training. I was really, really impressed with that. It's such an extraordinary way to teach the articulation part. And it just
How
was
about with
really,
an S? Or maybe you do that.
The S is fun. So
You
the
jump up and down or something.
Well, no, you don't actually,
No?
Terrell, because when you make it's a really smooth sound, right?
Yes.
So you're actually lying on your stomach.
Your stomach. Wow. Did you hear that? Stomach.
And you're lifting yourself up a little bit and then lowering yourself back down. We can do it here. Yeah. It's called the seal pose.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
little
bro.
kids like that because they like to pretend like they're animals.
Oh, okay, yeah. All
Adults
right.
do too. So.
We only have a couple more minutes, but we want to close today on something that is a really lovely set of mantras. So if you both would lead Terrell and I in one of those set of mantras, that would be amazing. And then today, you may notice that Terrell and I do not have our usual table and our mugs.
Yes.
So we're a little different today, but you'll see at the end of
Why
the show.
did you take it?
We have a very special reason. So let's go ahead and begin to close our show today as you might close a class for talk yoga.
Okay.
So one of the things that talk yoga does, again, is combining the language with the movement. So we've taken a flow and we've added words to it. And the mantra is really nice, uplifting words to help us feel better in our minds and our bodies and our hearts. So we're going to put those two things together, okay?
All right.
So we'll start with saying, I am me.
I am me.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
I am safe.
I am safe.
I am unique.
I am unique.
I am flexible.
I am flexible.
I am unique.
I am unique.
I am safe.
I am
I am safe.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
I am me.
I am me. And let's go ahead. At the end of a class, you would use a very special word that yogis all over the world say. Can you tell us that word
What
and
is it?
close us out?
All right. The word is namaste.
Namaste.
And what does that mean?
It means that I honor and see and respect the light that resides within you.
All right, so on three,
right.
Amy and Kim will lead us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for watching our show. Have a wonderful day, and of course, we want to end with
Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.
Yes, namaste.
See you next time.